Hey everyone, Shabby here and welcome back to another random match here on WWE 2K18. Now this one is going to be Bobby Roode versus Kane, and it has been suggested by Zach Rushing. So thank you guys for that, Zach. Of course, if anyone else has any other suggestions for random matches, please do drop them down in the comment section down below. And of course I will add them into the hat, and if yours gets pulled out, you will get a shout out in the process. So this should be an interesting one. Two very differing styles. Of course, Bobby Roode, more the ring general. This is going to be. I still think that for me, Bobby Roode is very similar in the ring to Triple H, and I appreciate that. I appreciate how good he is in the ring, to be honest. But yeah, I like him, and I feel like this match against Kane could bring back some old memories. Really, I think it'd be pretty cool to see. And of course, Kane at the moment is on an absolute destruction force. Not quite sure behind the Kane run, to be honest. Not quite sure why it is the way it is and that sort of stuff. I feel like it's I don't know. It's difficult to say. I feel like it was built up to be something. I think it's all to do with the Kane versus Braun Strowman feud, but. Yeah, it's a tricky one. I feel like it's all to do with the Kane versus Braun Strowman feud, but obviously the Braun Strowman is now in the Survivor Series team, which makes me really think that Survivor Series is already sorted and SmackDown are going to win. I feel like Kane might interfere in the match, remove Braun Strowman from that match, and end up with SmackDown Live coming out on top of the men's 5-on-5 match. I think that's what's going to happen, and that'll lead to Braun Strowman versus Kane at a later pay-per-view, maybe. Bobby Roode at the moment, he is in the SmackDown Live team, isn't he? So we are going to see both these guys. No, we're not. No, we're not, are we? No. No, because Kane's not in the match, is he? Of course he isn't. Well, Kane, we might see the two guys in the same ring while Kane demolishes Braun Strowman and takes him out of the match at Survivor Series this weekend, I suppose. Bobby Roode, another one with an incredibly long entrance. There's a few people, the entrances are getting longer and longer and longer over the years, aren't they? Glorious. The glorious one, Bobby Roode. Yeah, I'm interested in this one because I don't quite know how this is going to pan out. We're going to use up-to-date Kane, but we are going to give the ranking points to the Kane that we are using in the Universe mode. Of course, we're using Retro Kane in the Universe mode. So that's who the ranking points will go to. Of course, Kane currently on Mayhem and Bobby Roode over on Adrenaline. So this is very much a PJ Toby match. Not used up-to-date Kane yet, to be honest. We've only been using the Retro. I quite like up-to-date Kane. He's not too bad. But Retro Kane was where it was all at for me. Retro Kane was a real... He was the Kane, wasn't he? He was the Kane where he was in the main event picture. He was the Kane that was most likely to win the championship. The Kane that was in the best feuds and so forth. Up-to-date Kane is still pretty good. Still does a very effective job at what he needs to do. But I don't know. I think that current day Kane has got a job to do. Put over some of the younger talent. But the problem is he's going to be putting over Braun Strowman, which is fine. That's what we want to see. Braun Strowman be put over. That's really good. But at the cost of putting over Braun Strowman, he's demolishing people like Finn Balor and so forth, which for me, you're taken away from one to give to another. I don't necessarily think that Braun needs the major push because he's already of that ilk. But for me, a win for Finn Balor over Kane would have been pretty big for Finn Balor. So it's a tricky situation, isn't it? But for me, Bobby Roode needs to do something on SmackDown because at the moment, he's not been written very well at all, in my opinion. I think Roode has been put into real dodgy little storylines that haven't made a huge amount of sense to anything. So I want to see more from, I want to see more from Bobby Roode as well. Really, this whole thing with Dolph Ziggler has been interesting, I suppose, if you want to put it that way, but not necessarily as good as we hoped. Roode now wrenching back at the neck of Kane. I think the way it's going to go into Survivor Series, there's so much turmoil on each team. I think the SmackDown team seems to have it on. They seem to be quite sorted, but the Raw team, you've got Finn Balor and Samoa Joe at each other's necks. You've got Braun Strowman, who may or may not be attacked by Kane during the match, which I'm almost guaranteeing that Kane's going to be involved in there somewhere. So it's a tricky one, isn't it, really? It's I can't see past SmackDown getting the win at Survivor Series. When is Survivor Series? Because I've just realised I'm recording this a bit early, and if Survivor Series is this weekend, then I'm absolutely pointless talking about this stuff because it would have already happened. Survivor Series 2017 happens on the 19th of November. It is this weekend coming. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. I thought I was talking absolute rubbish then because it already happened, but no. It doesn't. No, it's not a million yet. Okay. Orky dork. So Kane now bringing Bobby Roode back up. Roode catching Kane with a jawbreaker. Then Kane catches Roode with a jawbreaker. Of course, we have had an update recently, and I don't know if it is the same way, but we saw the Kurt Angle versus Samoa Joe match a few days ago. That lasted about 16 minutes. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in this one, whether the update has changed the gameplay somewhat. I was a bit confused because I read the patch notes, and I'm pretty sure the patch notes for the update that came out a couple of days ago were the exact same patch notes we had about 2 weeks ago for the last patch. I remember it word for word in some cases, so I'm not quite sure what's happened there. Double axe handle to the back once again by Bobby Roode. Bringing Kane back up, but Kane fighting back and a knee right in the face of Bobby Roode. Roode now with a shoulder block taking Kane down. Roode heads up to the middle rope. Signaling Kane back up to his feet. What does Bobby Roode have planned here? I think he was going to go for a blockbuster, but I don't think it quite worked out how he planned. But he has come out on top of it somehow. Kane with the elbow in the gut of Bobby Roode now and taking him down with the STO. And Kane now choking Bobby Roode. Just how he likes it. Kane off the ropes into a double axe handle, taking Roode down, but Roode back up on his feet now. And can't decide what the hell to do, does he? Kane with the elbows right in the gut of Bobby Roode. Another big one as well. Roode fighting back with the elbow. There's a boot in the gut of Kane. Now looking for the neck breaker and gets it. It's a big win for Bobby Roode. Of course, Bobby Roode is currently our he's currently our Adrenaline champion, actually, isn't he? Yes, he is. So this will be a big match for Bobby Roode. One that he'll want to get the victory on because, of course, he does have a massive defense coming up in a few weeks' time in our Adrenaline roster. He will be defending his Adrenaline Championship in a fatal four-way Iron Man match alongside AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and Austin Aries. So he needs to really build himself up a bit, doesn't he? Kane willing Bobby Roode back up to his feet. What is going on? Why did Kane not go for his clothesline? He went for a drop kick now. What? Okay. Oh, not again. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't understand why we're getting so many interferences during bloody exhibition matches. I'm sure I've turned it off as well. There's the glorious DDT. I don't even see Cassius, to be honest with you. And the referee's still distracted. Come on, referee. Still distracted and... What now? Really? What is going on? This is one straight after another. This is the epiphany. Epiphany? What's the word I'm looking for? Epitome. That is the word. Is it epitome? Of a random match. It's Bobby Roode versus Kane. We've seen Cassius Ohno's music start up and distract Kane. We've seen Kevin Owens' music start up and distract Bobby Roode. And I was straight into a choke slam there by Kane. And that could be game, set, match. There's the pin by Kane. 1, 2, and 3. And Kane does pick up the win in what was a bizarre match once again. I just don't understand half the time. I really don't. I really haven't got a clue what's going on. So there we go. Kane victorious. Cassius Ohno and Kevin Owens never actually turned up, but their music played. I think someone in the back's just having a bit of a laugh and just testing out their iPod, see if they can hook it up to the speaker system. And they did. And it worked very effectively. And there we go, the big choke slam by Kane. So Kane has just pinned the Adrenaline champion. Of course, it's not going to give him a massive amount of ranking points because it's not his brand, but he's going to get the 5 that he needs to help boost him up on Mayhem. And, of course, Bobby Roode is going to lose 5. So there we go. Of course, that match was suggested, as I said earlier on, by Zach Rushing. Anyone else with any other random match suggestions, please do drop them down in the comment section down below. And, of course, we will get them added into the hat for you. Yeah, if you have enjoyed this one, please do hit the like button. Of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. And if you want to see some of our universe mode that I keep mentioning, please, there will be a link in the description down below to the playlist. Please check that one out as well. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you very, very soon for another WWE 2K18 random match. Bye. Have a beautiful time.